everyone, good morning. Here's Evita. Welcome to my garden. It's now August 27 and it's overcast. It's a lot cooler than last week. Last week we had over 33 degrees centigrade for a few days and it was just too hot to do anything. But today it's a lot cooler. It's, I think, 21 degrees centigrade. I had to get a light jacket and I thought I can show you the garden today. As you can see, there are still a lot of flowers. The lavender dream roses are in bloom again. The common verbena that are just so beautiful. And the bees love a lot. The Japanese anemone is in bloom. The hydrangeas are now starting to change the colors. Unfortunately, most of my zinnias and echinaceas were eaten by the slugs. Anyway, I'll show you around. This is now my flagstone path, and as you can see, it is starting to fill all the gaps. And I'm really excited, guys, how this area will look like in spring. This is my raised bed garden that I was working on a few days ago, and it looks much better now. I already put my seeds there for my salad greens and still hoping that it will germinate. The bell peppers are now starting to ripen. I actually harvested one 2 days ago, but the rest are now turning orange and yellow, and I should have some purple ones too. And as you can see, I still have a lot of eggplants. I haven't used my sitting area there since I was gone most of July and a part August. So that's the time when I really use this area, when it turns really hot. But guys, this here is crazy anyway. It was a very rainy July. So I don't know if I'll still be using that area. I used to have 2 chairs in the sitting area too, but since we put the raised bed, it just turned too tight. So I pulled them out and created another sitting area close by. There are 2 big pots over here that I plant different annuals every year. And this time I found a yellow flowering snapdragon in the garden and planted it here in spring. And look at that. It's still in bloom. And next to it, to the right, is a white flowering nasturtium. And I just love this nasturtium. I eat the flowers. I never tried the foliage. I know you can eat them too, but I just love the flowers. It's a little bit sweet and spicy, and I just add it to my salad once in a while. So this is my new sitting area that I created from those 2 chairs that used to be under the trumpet vine. So I just bought a round table and just positioned them in between the raised bed and the herb garden. And I think it looks nice. So the apple tree is now dropping most of the apples, and I cut one, they're ready. So I never spray any insecticides or pesticides or whatever. So this is organic. So most of them have holes from insects, and I just cut them off and use what I can use. They're okay now to process, at least make some juice from it and some applesauce. I am not sure if I'll be doing some apple chips this year because the electric bill is not very friendly. It is very expensive. So I have to think about that. We have solar panels on top, but we are still selling the electric since we get subsidized from the government, and my husband is thinking of using it. So we have to do something so we can use the electric, and then I can do some apple chips. And to the right are the Elena rose bushes. And guys, it's full of flowering buds again. So in a week time, this will be just looking so beautiful. This one is the highest level of the garden. My summer bulbs didn't really work out. It was just too wet, too stormy. There are a few sunflowers that I planted there. One started having a flower and then it was so stormy a few days ago and it just broke. The rowan tree is now full of orange berries. I'm not sure if you can see it. So from down here, you can see some of the orange berries. And this is my herb garden. Look at my lemongrass, guys. It's in a pot. I have to bring this inside when it turns cooler. And I don't know if you can remember it, if you're following my channel. I started this from seeds. I'm just so happy about it. So that's my savory with those dainty purple blossoms that I also started from seeds together with the lemongrass. This is my hydrangea garden, and as you can see, it's still full of blossoms. The lavender dream is now in full bloom again, and the limelight is also full of blooms. The pink Annabelle started changing the color from pink to somehow golden green, and the Annabelle is also turning greenish now. The phlox are now done. There are still a few blossoms, some pink and some white ones, but they are basically done for this season. And as you can see, there are not too many flowers here. Normally I have a lot of zinnias and echinaceas, but somehow the slugs just ate most of them up. So I bought a monarda, pink flowering monarda, just to put there so it's not too empty. I have a few pots over here too. One is containing the fragrant hyssop, and the white big pot contains some zinnias. I think there are 2 zinnias over there, and I'm really glad that I planted some zinnias in pots. because just like I said, most of the ones that I transferred in the flowering beds are not doing very well. And I have two varieties of lily of the Nile over here that I have to carry inside the house when it turns cooler. And this is the topiary path, and I still have some limelight here and black cohosh to the right in bloom. I cut most of the limelight blooms to use for my garden party. There are a few black cohosh flowers here, and a few anemones. I actually pulled out these anemones here because they just are a little bit invasive, and as you can see, I pulled them out a few years ago, and there are a few more coming up, so I'll have to take care of that too. But the black cohosh are doing very well over here. This is the rockery. Except for a few blossoms, there's not too many things going on here right now. Guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to end the video now. I am having troubles editing, and plus the video is getting too long. So bear with me, and I'll work on the second part and I'll put it out next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye now.